kuti tinopota riniko ndanonokerwa ini ndanonokerwa toda kuziva kuti tinopota riniko baba munanga kutiudzei kuti tinopota riniko isu baba munanga kutiudzei kuti tinopota riniko toda kupotera chamisa toda kupotera mabasa toda kupotera rugare tanonokerwa vanhu vanonokerwa vanoda kupotera rugare anonokerwa mayuthi anonokerwa anoda kupotera mabasa anonokerwa amwe vachati ndinonyepa si chokwadi munochiziva vanhu vaneta nenhamo vave kuda shanduko shungu dzizere mumwoyo yavo vachanodzipedzera imomo mubalotbokisi vanonokerwa vanhu vanonokerwa vanoda kupotera chamisa vanonokerwa anonokerwa mayuthi anonokerwa anoda kupotera shanduko anonokerwa si wacho ndenge ndakachacha ziso ndakatodhura kunge munhu aputa pocha ndichingopinda mbalo dzinotanga nekutarisa pachamisa ipapo ndoisa exia handichatiswe madisinyongoro chafutira chamisa kuti ngwane muparo ndakuda kugarawo tatata chada kupfeka mapatapa I can't wait no more I just want to vote for change to vote for change I can't wait no more just want to vote for change to vote for change everybody raise that to vote.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, Zimbabweans, depending on where you are. Welcome again to yet another special edition of Change Radio. We welcome you. We are broadcasting also on ZimI YouTube, ZimI Facebook, and we are also live on Change Radio, the radio itself, Change Radio Facebook, Change Radio YouTube, and we are also live on Twitter Spaces. So we want to welcome all our viewers and listeners across the world. We are talking about elections 2023, as Cooksman was saying there, that my youth anonokerwa, nesu tanonokerwa. But before we get there, and even before we get to defending the voter, as he was saying, we need to get the vote out. That's why we are saying adopt a polling station so that we'll be able to get the vote out and also be able to defend the vote. And tonight or today, I am joined by my partner in crime, as usual, Barbara, and I will allow you to introduce yourself before we introduce our guest tonight.
Yebo kambe Chief uchona njani khona ngale eBita ingabe lichona njani lavuka njani mthwakazi omuhle isingane njalo kusebe lwethu bandare but namhlanje ngananzelela sibuye masinya kule ndaba phela echisayo indaba esegudini indaba yama polling stations esikwazi ukuthi khona yikho lapho okule ndaba khona i-election yethu sizayibiza nxa ama polling stations ethu eme kuhle nxa silungiselele kuma polling stations ngoba yikho lapho phela kule ndaba so sizokhuluma ngokuthi singenza njani le sibiza kuthiwa adopt a polling station ukuthiwa omunye lomunye ulelungelo lokuthi wena uthathe i-polling station uyenze yakho uyifande ama-polling agents akhona akho kube ngumlando wakho ukuthi adleni abhala ngani yonke into ezasetshenziswa khonapho kube nguwe ozabe uyikhangela kumbe ozabe uyifanda kumbe uyifayinisa kumbe uyibhadalela ngakho namhla sibuye lengcitshi ezositshela ukuthi singenza kanjani ukuthi sithathe lawo ma-polling stations wona lawo ingcitshi phela nxa sikhuluma ngengcitshi sikhuluma ngophatla sikhuluma ngePhatshelu Tim Phatshelu namuhla silabo la bazositshela ukuthi nxa sifuna uku-adopta lawo ma-polling stations singenza njani. Yebo, sixhuma ku-Change Radio, umsakazo ngokwabo, ku-Change Radio, Facebook Change Radio, YouTube Change Radio, Twitter Space, laku-Zim phela. Yebo, bizana nini, thekana nini ngobunengi. Please asishiyeni, lo ngumbiko oqakathekileyo ozayenza ukuthi silethe uzivuse, ozayenza ukuthi uPresident Nelson Chamisa angene eState House. UPresident Chamisa angangena eState House, lathi sesingenile emsebenzini, abantwana bethu sebesebenza, sesisidla lathi isinkwa esingadoliyo, sesikwanisa ukuyathenga. So siphenduka futhi ku-dollar for two, yonke into iyabe sibambeka. Ngiyabonga. Over to you, Mambo Shosha.
Thank you very much, Barbara. Paul, thank you so much for joining us. I know you're pressed for time. Thank you for making the time. Please take a few minutes to greet our viewers and listeners, and let's get right into it. Go ahead and explain to us after greeting our listeners what is it about adopting a polling station. How did you guys come up with this?
Yeah. So good evening, everybody. Good afternoon, depending where you are. I'm really glad to be on this conversation with you guys on Change Radio. So my name is Paul. You all call me as Shingai. Shingai Mnamo is a name I gave myself because I figure like, you know what, we are in struggle right now, so we gotta be strong. So the first name is Shingai, last name is Mnamo. So in these struggles, we still have to be strong. Still, eventually things will be good. Now let's go to this polling station adoption. What's going on is that we don't have the funds. We don't have enough money to be able to really be able to get place people on different areas to defend the votes, to monitor the votes, and to report what's going on. So this initiative is really, it is branch out of, some people who said, like, so what can we do to make sure that we involve all the citizens to take part in the elections? Knowing fully well that some of us or some of you in diaspora may not go back to Zimbabwe to vote, but you can be in a position to contribute in a very, very great manner in terms of your resources and your technical know-how. Today we're talking about your financial commitment, right? Financial resources. That is something you can help us with. If you can decide to say, okay, let me partner with my $1 or $2 or $3, it can really do a great job in terms of where we want to be at. So how does this process work of adopting a polling station? We know that we are in diaspora. We are in different areas of the world. Some probably in, Russia or Ukraine or in America, South Africa, who are really eager to see the change in Zimbabwe, that things has to happen. We also do understand that you come from a specific place in Zimbabwe. It may be, from Mashingo, from Blue Whale, from Manicaland. So because you come from that area, from your neighborhood, when you go to our website, you can be in a position to say, well, I come from Harare. In Harare, I want to be able to adopt the polling station in this specific ward, this specific area. So when you do that, you can now donate to that specific area. Those funds are going to be used for that specific polling station, which can be able to help us to drive the elections moving forward as far as making sure that every vote counts and making sure that what is reported on that V11 on the polling station is the same information being transmitted to their recording center or wherever it is, so that at least everything is accurate. We need to have these polling agents on each and every polling station. We have over 12,000 of them right now, so that's a lot of them, and we intend to fill every polling station with a candidate, at least one agent. We don't need one because our competitors are probably putting like 3 or 4 agents. They have a lot of money to do that, and we don't have the money, but we do have you, the citizens, where we believe that you are the power to the future, and you can change the future, and you can really propel us to be in a position where we are funded well enough to be able to defend our vote, to be able to help in terms of the election process, how things turn out during the election time. So how do we do this? How do we adopt a polling session? How do we actually take part? How do we become a member of this? We do have a website. citizensagents.org. If you go on the website, it's very, very simple process. The sign up is very simple process. You just put your name, your email address, you identify your location, and then you choose polling session. Then you can donate money. That's it. Simple and straightforward. Anything you guys want me to add on?
Paul, I'm one of the first people that jumped on that website, and I was trying to. There's a process where you have to confirm your number, and I think be added to a WhatsApp group or something like that.
Yes.
I got stuck right there. I couldn't go past that. Even up to today, I haven't managed to go past that stage.
Okay. So, did you use the same email address from last time or a new one?
I used the same email address.
Same email address and the same phone number from the last time, right?
Yes.
And you still got stuck at that point. I know you are one of those people with that issue. So what I would do is to go into the system and delete your profile completely, and then you can re-sign up. When I did it, after we launched it, I was able to do it smoothly without a problem. As a matter of fact, we now pretty much almost over 1,000 people signed up with no issues on the site. So we believe that there might be some cases in your situation like that. When that do happen, please reach out so that we can please take a look at it. One of the ways to do it is just delete your profile and have you try again and see what happens.
Okay, thank you very much. So when you get in, are you donating money separately and then adopting a polling station, or once you adopt a polling station, you are told how much you are supposed to use on a particular polling station, and then there's also an option to donate? Are they two different things, or it's one thing?
Yeah. So when you do click on a polling station, you can donate any amount you want. There's no restriction to say you donate this $5 or $20. We can donate as much as you want. In general, we have calculated that it's about between $80 and $150 per polling station, which can be enough to fund that area. That is a rough estimate. However, you can adopt as many polling stations as you want. You don't have just do one. You can go for 5, you can go for 20, just adopting each and every polling so you can support the areas you want to do that.
So the donation that
so
you're
there's no
talking
limit.
about, that's the money that will be going towards the polling station that I would have adopted.
Yes. But remember though, you can also donate to other polling stations. Whenever you do that donation, you receive your certificate to indicate that you have actually donated, and here is the amount you've donated. Once you log into your dashboard, it will also show you how much money you have contributed so far to this initiative.
Wow. Okay. Thank you. Before I go to Barbara, let me again welcome our viewers and listeners that are joining us just now. We are talking to Mr. Paul Bere here, and he's explaining how you can very easily adopt a polling station. And the link is right there on the comment section. Just go on that link and interact with it. Click on it, interact with it, and adopt a polling station. If you have questions, if you have issues, Paul is here. You will deal with the issue right now. We also want you to participate in this program. Do write something on the comment section, and we'll look at it. If you have tried it before and you have had issues, please write on the comment section, and we'll address those issues. Thank you so much for joining us. Barbara, over to you. I know you have a lot of questions.
Yebo kabe, thank you so much, Chief Shosho. Yebo mthokazi omuhle. Umnumzana uShingayi ubesitshela lapho ukuthi nxa u-adopta i-polling station senza njani. Yinto nje elula. I-link iku-comment section, asithathenini i-link, sizamenini sibonenini kumbe liyasebenza ama-elections engakafiki, ukwenzela ukuthi senelise ukugcina kumbe ukusponsor ama-election agents ethu, ngoba njengoba ngike ngakhuluma ngaphambilini ukuthi yikho lapho okulendaba, yibo abantu abazasinika ama-results abantu ababevotile ku-polling station yinye layinye. Abalembuzo fakani ku-comment section nxa lifuna ukubuza kumnumzana uShingayi ukuthi lingawuhambisa njani. Kuba uyakhetha i-polling station oyifunayo, ingabe yi-polling station lapho ovotela khona, ingabe yi-polling station ekhaya lapho ovela khona. Mina sengakhetha eyami i-polling station, mina ngizavotela kumbe mina i-polling station engizayisapota kumbe engizayifanda kulapho engivela khona phela eMakhoni South, yikho lapho ngizahambisa khona imali yami. Sifuna ukuthi siwine nini emakhaya ikakhulu, sibone nini ukuthi siyawina ngoba sihlala sisizwa kuthiwa khona iZanu PF izibambile emakhaya. Akula into enjalo, abantu emakhaya abasafuni ZANU, sebediniwe ngeZANU, so kumele sincedisane labo. Chief Shoshe, ini ndanisida kubvunza kuti 150 yawataura iyi inotarisa ma-polling agents ese here ari 4 kana kuti inotarisa maybe one agent, or because vanhu vanenge vachida kuziva kuti exactly lese tiri kuda 4 ma-polling agents to polling station, how much is exactly needed? Hatisi kuda kushanda ne1, ngatishandei ne4, so that kana tichipela hedu tozodzika pana 1, but tikashanda ne4, how much exactly is needed per polling station if we work with 4 polling agents?
So in general, from the $80 to 150, that should be able to give us the 3 polling agents on the station. That should be enough. And again, it really depends with the area, right? You can get somebody in Harare. Probably those guys don't need that much money on that polling station. And then we got somebody maybe in deep down in rural areas where they really need the money to be able to get the food, to get them, because we need about, I think, 4 days at least to be on the polling station. So about $10 a day. We get like 3 people there that give us like almost like $90 or so. And then we do it every day for those 4 days. So it really depends with the area. But right now we believe that 80 to 150 should be enough. If need arises, that I know I said to you guys, we are adopting a polling station. That means the money you are donating is going to go on that polling station. Is there a situation where you donate money in maybe in Harare or some other city, and where we see that there's no need for that money to be in that area? More than likely, we might have to reassign it to where it's needed mostly. But it really depends here. The $80 is the minimum. 150 we believe is the top.
Okay. Thank you very much, Paul. I think you've already touched on the other question that I wanted to ask. That are you going to prioritize the rural areas over certain areas? I think you touched on that. But how many polling stations are there? You know, most people don't read numbers. You know, we don't even know how much we are talking about. If you know how many polling stations we have throughout the country, if you know, or roughly.
Yeah, because initially, right, we're looking at about 11,500, but I think the revised number here is close to 12,000, right? Almost above 12,000. That is the revised number. Yeah. So if you look at those numbers, just do the math: 12,000 times maybe 80, and just think about how much that will be on the lower end. I'm not. Let me see if I can put my calculator here. Just give you an idea. It's a lot of money, but the good news is we do have you guys, the citizens, who are eager to change how the country is being run and where we are going in the future. We believe that if we put our hands together and put our resources together, we can make a huge difference. We are talking about close to $1 million we need to raise. We don't have time to raise the money. That's where we believe that if we get your support from all over the corners of the world, we should be in a good position to raise close to $1 million towards the polling agents. Remember, this is only towards the polling agents. We're not even talking about any other activities, like how do we get the people to participate? How do we get the people to campaign? What do we need for the campaign situations? This is just for us to be able to protect that vote. Because if you do vote, and then there's nobody to take care of that vote will not be counted, and we want to be counted. So when you donate your money, you are really saying to the world that I want you to count each and every vote, and we want to protect them. One thing which I wasn't aware of, which I know now after talking to different people, is that these polling agents are always at risk. You have to put their name early in the process, and they still have to be accepted by ZEC to say this is a polling agent. We're talking about 2 weeks or so before the elections, where their names are out there. So really, it's dangerous for them, but they're putting their lives on the line so that they can be there to make sure that the vote is secured. On our end, we are talking from the comfort of our homes. The only risk we are putting over here is our giving up maybe our lunch, our dinner, to be able to really protect these guys, to just incentivize them to be able to be there. Some people argue, why do they need to be paid to do this job? They don't need to be paid, but we need to pay them for it to happen. Remember, our competition, our competitors, they have a lot of resources, a lot of money, which they can use, and they do intimidate our guys all the time. I want to touch on something which Chief said earlier. If you go on the website, right, you will see the button to say donate. When you click on that donate, it always gives you an option again to choose your constituency or to choose an area you want to donate to. So for example, I can choose Bere South. If I go to Bere South, it will ask me which polling station. Then I say, oh, I want to go to Burura Primary. And then at that point, I can choose $50, $10, $100. But there's also a field for custom amount. I can donate how much ever per month. Once you go in there also, it will tell you how much we think this area has been funded today in terms of percentages wise and stuff going on. So the information is there, and you as a person donating it, you can go back into your dashboard and be able to see that you have donated money to these areas. We are very transparent in what we are doing. That means at any point you want to know, hey guys, where did my money go? It's appear there on the website so that you can be clear and visible and share. Once you donate your money, you get a certificate, share that on your channels, share with people, hey, I've donated. Can you guys do the same thing? We need that kind of voices here to be able to succeed. Otherwise, it will be tough. It will be a tough one.
Wow. Thank you very much, Paul. Guys, this is it. Let's adopt a polling station. Everyone who is here comes from somewhere. You come from a rural place. You come from an urban place. You know your people. You want to help them. And I know a lot of people have been asking, how do we help? How can I help? This is it. This is the solution. Just jump on the website. You come from Wedza, look for your polling station there, and adopt that polling station and get the certificate. You know, I can't wait to get that certificate, Paul. If I can be able to.
No, we'll fix it. We'll fix yours. We'll fix yours.
Yeah, I really want that.
No, we'll fix it. We'll fix yours. We'll take care of that one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but definitely, guys, I would like to. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. I was just say, like, let me know if there are any other questions here. But yep.
Okay. Yeah. I was. My question is ran away. You know, old age. It's called old age. Don't get there. The moment you cross the age 50, you start forgetting things. Barbara, go ahead.
As for questions, I don't have questions, but just to explain to the people what exactly you was talking about. Mthwakazi omuhle lapha silokho sikhamba ngendaba yoku-adopta ama-polling stations. Ngakho ungahamba ku-website ye-Tin Bachelu, konke okufunakalayo kuzabe kukhona ukuthi uyaklika nje.
Okay, Barbara. Sorry, 1 minute. Paul wants to go, so I just want to give him time to round up, and then we can fill up the people later. But as you round up, Paul, as you do your last minute encouragement of people so that people can sign up, can you tell us how you are working? Do you have other Zimbabweans, other people, other colleagues on the ground who help facilitate and make sure that the money gets to the polling stations, and then you can say your last remarks?
Yeah. No, I do work with really people on the ground. We have people in Zimbabwe. We have people in Europe. The good thing about our team is we are really working with everybody we can in terms of the resources. Some of the things we are working on, they are coming up in the future here. But behind the scenes, there's a lot of work involved One thing we are always proud of is accountability. I know most of you know, Freeman Cherry. I think you've seen him on Twitter, on social media. If you haven't followed him, follow his Twitter handle, Freeman Cherry. You can. He's one of those people. In terms of what we are doing, transparency is key. So as far as the accountability of your resources, that should not be a problem. Our focus to make sure that every penny which is being used is accounted for and be able to be transparent. If need be, our records will be able to be displayed and shared so that you guys understand how your funds are being used and where they are going. Our primary goal as we sacrifice time and effort in building some of these technologies is to make sure that we can win our next election. We don't have the money, but we do have the resources and the skills to be able to develop some technology, some tools we can deploy and use. One of those tools to be successful is heavily dependent on the polling agents. That's where we need these polling agents to work. We need to make sure that each and every place is stationed with a polling agent who is there to make sure that is transparent and honest in reporting what they are saying. Let's continue to share the website. Right now, we are lacking the numbers we are seeing, but that's not good enough. We expect that by the end of this week, we are hitting almost close to 500,000 people because I know we can get there. There are so many Zimbos out of the country right now, in South Africa, in the USA, in UK, wherever you are. Let's have more numbers so that we can get more numbers, we get more resources, we get more ideas, we share with us, then we see what we can do. We are always constantly trying to figure out what we can do to get better on the technology side. So I can't disclose much, but I know we are building a lot of other applications coming up in the future, which will make things easier. Hopefully, that will be the beginning of the new change in the new Zimbabwe. Spread the word, citizenagents.org. Please go ahead and sign up and adopt a polling station so that everybody's happy and we make some noise during the election time here. Thank you so much. I know it was quick time, but I promise I'll be back with more details and more updates. So it's putting the conversation for polling agents. And I plan to say when I come back next time, I'll be able to share with you in terms of what are the numbers we see right now, how many people have actually adopted the polling station. Maybe that will encourage our colleagues to do the same. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Paul. We really appreciate your time, and you've given us a task as Change Radio, ZimEye, and all citizens that are here. We are going to share this link, this website. We'll make sure that it reaches, all the four corners of the world. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Barbara, you can also thank our guest.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Siyabonga kakhulu ngomsebenzi eliwenzayo liqhubekile phambili lincedisa kuma-elections ethu ngoba sihlala sikhuluma ukuthi every citizen should be seen doing something. So we really want to appreciate you, Team Pachelu. We also hope that what your efforts are going to bring a change to Zimbabwe. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, guys. I gotta drop. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
All right, Zimbabweans, there you are. That was Paul Bere whom we're talking to, and he explained how you should jump or how you can jump on the website and find your area, find your polling station, and adopt that polling station. After you've made your payment, you get a certificate right away. You don't have to wait for it to be sent to you. You just print it right from the goodness of technology. So thank you so much for that, Team Pachedu. So Barbara, I think you see here we have over 60 people that are here, and we have over 100 people on ZimEye, and others are on YouTube. I think over 300 people are watching right now. If all of us, or just half of us, could adopt just one polling station, would have covered over 300 polling stations. And that's exactly the way we have to go. That's exactly what we need to do if we have to win Zimbabwe for change. Guys, without sacrificing, we are not going to change anything. We need to sacrifice. So just think about it right now. As you are thinking, don't think too much. Just go on the website, click on the link, and adopt your home area polling station. Barbara, did you say you have already done that? Because I'm still struggling.
No, not yet. I was still struggling to maneuver the system. But now that he has explained, I'll try again. Actually, I said I'll donate a ward in my constituency, Makoni South. So Ward 27 is the one that I'm going to adopt. I think it has got 4
How many polling
stations,
stations
if
are
I'm
there?
not mistaken. I think it has got 4 polling stations, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to check.
Wow. So you're going to come out with 4 certificates. That's equivalent to a master's degree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to check. I know whether has 2 constituencies, whether South and whether North. So I still have to find out how many polling stations are in each of those constituencies, and then I'll figure out how much I can take care of. But I think I can take care of whether, that shouldn't be a problem. How much can that be?
That shouldn't be a problem at all, Chief. Do you have any comments? Maybe we can read what the people are saying. Maybe there are some people who want some answers or
Yeah.
what. Do you have any comments?
Comments. Let me see, Leo, if you can post them. Thanks for the good news. Washington Taurai Guarada, watching Washington Guarada Nana Mkanya. Guarada Mandazi Mkanya. Please, Mkanya, adopt a polling station. Watching in Harare, Faraichi, Tina. Thank you so much. We want people from Zimbabwe to be watching as well. BK Kapita, Basil, I'm watching from Botswana. Dumela ra, Dumela bo ma, Botswana, we love you. Please adopt a polling station. Anton Mashija, watching in Joburg. Thank you so much for that. There, Change Radio has put the link. All you need to do is to jump on the link, and there you are. Clive Simboti Mambo. Please do put comments here. If you have adopted a polling station while we are on this program, do let us know so that we can celebrate you and celebrate with everyone that someone has already adopted a polling station right now. You can do it while we are on this program. We're going to hang around for the next 10 minutes before we go. Barbara, polling stations, 4 agents, and you have 4 polling stations. That's 16. You're going to cater for 16. Tototanga utokutenda ka usati watombola, totopururudza usati waadopta, because that's already a part
yes,
left.
Chief. I'm going to sacrifice. It's a lot of money, but I'm really going to sacrifice for the sake of my children, for the sake of my daughter who graduated in 2017, who's still not employed. She's still at home. I'm still buying pads for her. She can't even afford to buy her own pads. So I'm doing this for my 2 daughters who are not working. I'm doing this for myself. My pension that was eroded with this Azim Don. I worked for 22 years in Zimbabwe, and I didn't get a cent, Chief. I didn't get a cent. I worked for nothing. So I'm doing this so that we can liberate Zimbabwe, so that Zimbabwe can be free again, so that people will rejoice. Cheap people cannot afford bread. We used to buy bread in the morning, bread in the afternoon. Paive panenge pachichema vanhu vana kuti ndane nzara, paingonzi mhanya munovatengera chingwa, votengerwa chingwa chozorwa majarini, vana vodya chingwa chine majarini, wachimirira sadza richibikwa, wachipedza kudya sadza, tii yemanheru yobikwa. We used to eat 4 times a day. Tisingawerengi masnacks, snacking yataita iyai. We used to snack all day, achieve. But nowadays, people of Zimbabwe, they can't even afford a decent meal. A decent meal, they can't afford. So I'm doing this for Zimbabwe. I'm doing this so that we can bring change to Zimbabwe. You can also do the same. Please, let's adopt these polling stations. If you think kuti, because ndosinzwa vanhu vachiti hanzi zvinhu zvese zvinhu zvinoitwa kuHarare, this time they are giving opportunity to adopt your own polling station, even paunovhotera, be it in the town or kumusha. If you see kuti kumusha kwenyu it's lacking, start developing your area by adopting a polling station. Chief, this year's election, I said, when I was praying, I said to God, God, I want a birthday present, which is Zimbabwe. This year, my birthday present is going to be Zimbabwe. Because
Why are
21
you saying
August
your
will
birthday
be my
present?
birthday.
Why are you saying your
21
birthday
August
present?
will be 21 August will be our birthday together, Chief. And then 23 August, people will be voting. So we are going to get a very big present, Chief, on the 23rd of August. Believe you me, we'll come here and rejoice. So please, let's adopt a polling station. We know CCC is the new party. We don't have money. And they always say atina mari, we are not government, we are not in power, so we don't have money, but the citizens shall bail us. The citizens shall bail CCC. CCC is not for President Nelson Chamisa. CCC is not for the leadership. CCC is for everyone. The citizens shall govern Zimbabwe. Thank you, Chief.
My twin. We are in. I had not even thought about that. That we're going to get a very big present. That is a brand new great Zimbabwe. Voting on the 21st, on the 22nd, on the 23rd. We already know that we are now in a new great Zimbabwe. That's a very good birthday present. Regani bokwaza mkanya panapa. Mdara wanga Mr. Gwarada. Mkanya magadiko. Mr. Gwarada, we have Gwarada here in America, Ndibaba. And then we have Gwarada, the chairperson for, interim chairperson for March Central. And that Gwarada, Ndimkanya. But we also went together to school at Warren Park High. We were classmates at Warren Park High. But ndaona mdara wangu ari panapa Mkanya magadi taisa maoko. Hanzina Mkanya, how much is a polling station? Muningina isheshoshe. We met in New York, and yes,
180.
We did meet in New York, and he did give us a very big donation. You know how much he donated, him and my Fuzijena? There's an Amkanya $2,000 on that day. $2,000 when we're in New York
So,
during our
Chief,
New York
fundraising. Let me speak on behalf of Baba Gwarada to say, Baba Gwarada cannot adopt a polling station. I'm challenging Baba Gwarada to adopt a constituency.
My Central.
Yes, ndo kwatiri kuda mari koko. March Central, tiri kuda kuti adopte a constituency and mari yacho haisviki 2,000.
Yeah, I see. He can do it. If you want something done, end up na Mkanya. So Mkanya, let me answer your question. How much is a polling station? How much is a polling station? Polling station, we are looking at between, depending Kuma Reserve town, we are looking at between $150 to $180. And this is how it's broken down. There are 4 agents. 3 agents anenge ari mukati polling station. 1 anenge ari panze achitarisa achiona kuti vanhu havasi kutyisidzirwa here vari kuita sei. We want 4. ZANU-PF has 3. Isusu we want 4, so that because even they have nothing to worry about, they don't need people outside because they are the ones that will be perpetrating violence and intimidating people. So we have 4. So as Paul was saying, 1 gets $10. So people are saying it's paying them. It's not really paying. $10 for 2 days. You're giving someone $10 for 2 days. That's not paying. It's just giving someone money for breakfast, money for lunch, money for dinner, because you don't want them to start looking for food. Like what I did, Barbara, last time in 2018. I go to my polling station. I will not say where because those were I go to my polling station. Kona vanhu vakaoma muromo nenzara. vedu vezanu vari kudya vari papapa, vedu vakaoma muromo nezvara havasi kudya, you know. So you can imagine, it's either that person is going to leave his polling station and go and look for food kumagrosa kana ari kumusha, or they will be given food by ZANU-PF, and then they're now, you know, liable to manipulation. So that's what we are trying to do here. But it's just $10 that they are going to actually get for themselves. Then they have to buy, that money will also buy stationery. You need stationery. You need tumatochi tuya tudiki tuya tokuti kana magetsi akaenda hakuna anozotora maballot box murima vachiita zvavanenge vachiita, munongoziva mabasa erima. So that money will go towards all that. And most importantly, there is also money that will go towards airtime. These people need airtime. You know, we want them to be, you know, we are not going to talk much, but they must have airtime. You know for what? So all that money, if you add it and you multiply by 4 people, you see that it will be around $160 to $180. So even if some people are saying we are paying, because I heard someone asking why do we have to pay them? We are not paying them. We are just giving them the things that they need to be using. ZEC and ZANU-PF are supposed to be providing the stationery, but they deliberately don't do that. They are supposed to make sure that there is lighting, there is electricity, or there's something that that can be used, generators, when electricity is gone, or when it gets dark in the rural areas where there is no electricity, there should be some kind of lighting. ZEC doesn't provide that. We know the reasons why they don't do that. So we have to do it ourselves. Barbara.
You know what, Chief? When you're talking about payment, you know, you remind me when I was still at ZCT, we used to go for workshops, and then our organizer used to say, "Can I mind a workshop ndoda report?" You write a report. You write
Barbara, can you read that statement? Barbara, can you read that statement on the screen?
Joyce mazvarira hanzi wana mukanya madadisa
Munodadisa, haugoni kuverenga shona, hanzi munodadisa.
hapana munoka hanzi munodadisa waitei wana mukanya
handitaura nezvamukanya wakadhonera $2,000 here.
aiwa kaja handiendei kudhara here tina kutaura zvaizvinei saka ndaiti kutaura nezvekuti nyaya yekukati munobhadharwa. Saka hanzi kana maenda kuworkshop ndoda ripoti, hanzi handisi kuda kunzwa munhu anondinyorera ripoti achiti ndakapiwa, takaenda kuworkshop tikandopiwa mari. Mari yamunopiwa kuworkshop haizi yekuti muri kubhadhara. Handidaki be given $10 yeLunch, $20 yedinner, kana $5 yebreakfast. So a day munopiwa $35 and uyewo funga kuti wapiwa wabhadhara. Zvanzi mari mama ifanira kutenga lunch, maifanira kutenga breakfast, maifanira kutenga dinner ye$10. Imi makuenda kunotenga dinner redhona mopoketa $9 moti hanzi makapiwa mari, imimi mazvistava. So we trying to explain that we are not paying the artists. We are just monetizing their lunch, or maybe it's not even enough, Chief. To
It's
be
not.
honest, here
It's
in
not.
the UK, you can't eat $10 per day here in the UK.
Even for one meal.
People are sacrificing. They are sacrificing their lives, especially those that will be based in the rural areas. They will be sacrificing their lives. So $10 cheap, it's nothing. They can't still even 50 tender appreciation, because not all people want to be polling agents. One boys. Anzina Moses Dora. That's good news. Yes, Moses Dora, I want you to adopt a polling station. The Kupu Kumusha, don't know to adopt a polling station. Also, you have to certificate. What were adopt there? Process in my village.
Yeah, it's a program, a follow-up program. We'll do a follow-up programs where we ask people to come with their certificates, and we display certificates here. You know, tichishainirana but tichitorova basa at the same time.
Yes, yes. Only also, Chief, I think I would want to take this opportunity to also tell my citizens kuti kune nyaya futi yekumepa ma polling stations. They should also go pa page repa chedu, either pa Facebook kana kuti pa Twitter. Vari kutaura nezvekuti endai munomepa ma polling stations enyu. Ukaenda pa polling station vari kukupa ma links, vari kukupa vanokupa ma steps ekutedzera kuti kana wasvika pa polling station ita so tisendere good. Thank you so much. That's exactly what I'm talking about there, Chief. There are steps of mapping a polling station. Zviri kuitirwei izvi? Zviri kuitira kuti zvitibatsire kuti team pachedu vakwanise kuva nema-live anonzi chima-result wazive kuti ma-polling stations edu mangani. They can only, we want the real polling stations on the ground. This can only be done by you going to a polling station and following those steps and sending to Pachedu, and you are done, Chief.
Yes, and yes, we are done. So yeah, in the next episode, in the next program, we will be talking. We'll be seeing your certificates, displaying your certificates. I'll be displaying mine. Barbara will be displaying hers, and we want everyone to come here with their certificate. Let's get to work, folks. This is the only way. No one is going to do this for us, Zimbabweans. We are only there. We are only going to free ourselves. Don't think that there is someone who is going to come from somewhere, some donor from Europe, some donor from America or from the United Kingdom. Let's do this, guys. Adopt a polling station right now. Jump on that link. Oh, tatsikwa panapa, Champion Barbara. Champion Ellen Shiriedenga is here with us, and she's saying, thank you, Paul, for the superb initiative. Look at Champion Ellen is thanking Paul. And thank you, Paul, for the superb initiative. It is everyone's obligation to defend the vote. This is the least we can do to guarantee our children's future. Thank you so much, Champion Ellen, for that. This is good, and this is the best way to defend our vote.
Yes, like I said, you see, Chief Mwea Kubereka, she's talking about children's future, just like what I said about my daughters. We are doing this for our children. Our days, our years were stolen by Robert Mugabe, and now it's being stolen by Kangao. So we are only doing this for our children, our children's future. Yes. Thank you so much, Champion Ellen Shiriedenga. Thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting us. We really appreciate you, what you are doing, running in a department. We know how difficult it is. So this initiative is going to make your job very, very easy, Champion Ellen. And we hope that this is going to yield my result, the results that you are looking for as an election department. We are also going to do this for Twitter, Chief. I think we are going to start those initiatives where we are going to do my all-night Twitter spaces, donating. Kana marisina kukwana atirari zvatakaita paya when we were raising my funds for the by-elections. That's exactly what we're going to do on Twitter. So we are going to start a campaign on Twitter where we'll be rotating. And we are blessed because the champions are all over. We are in different countries with different times. Right now, where I am, it's 9:30. Where Chief is, he is still at work. Yes, what is the time there, Chief?
3:20.
In the Kunoko, it's 9:14. What you are Rasa? It's 3:14. What you are So we'll be rotating. We've got others who are in China. We've got others who are in Australia who are already on a Wednesday. So we will do this, guys. And I know it will yield the results that we are expecting. Thank you so much once again, champion Ellen Chirebenga. Tinozwa kudziyirwa kana muchitisapota hanzi naJoyce Zvaira, Sis Babs muri sei? Tinokufarirai. Chief waona here ndafarirwa iwewe wangu wachingoti he mukanya uyo wangu anamusana. Thanks so much Joyce. Thank you so much. So we are going to do our best as citizens. Hatisi kuda munhu achazochema napresident Chamisa kuti Chamisa wachari kuitei, iwe uri kuitei. Let's play our part. President Nelson Chamisa is playing his part. Champion Ellen Chirebenga is playing a part together with the team. Inini Chief, we are playing our part. So iwewe, play your part as well. And very Chief.
Yes, yes. Let's play our part. We don't want to be pointing fingers at one another on the 23rd of August or after that. You know, it doesn't help to be pointing fingers at one another. It will not help. You know, let's put in the work right now. If we have to put in extra shifts, extra hours, if we don't have to sleep, if we have to use all the money that we have, if we have to cancel our holidays, if you have been flying first class, stop flying first class. Help your country. If you had a plan to go to somewhere to Europe for a vacation, go to Zimbabwe for a vacation, or save that money and adopt a polling station. Do something that will just remind you that I did something for my country when we freed it. You know, we don't even have to be, you know, going through all we are doing if all Zimbabweans were thinking the same way that Pachedu are thinking, that Barbara and Chief are thinking, that we have to help our country. Imagine we have 5 million Zimbabweans in the diaspora. All we needed, if we all thought the same way, all we needed was $1 from each other. Just $1. Tatotora nyika, you know. But we as Zimbabweans, you know, we are not that united, and we don't respond, you know, kindly and that quickly to this. So at the end of the day, some people will end up paying more so that we free Zimbabwe. If you can pay more, if you can afford to get to adopt 10 polling stations, please do so. If you can afford to adopt the whole constituents, like what Barbara was asking Mukanya to do, like what I'm going to do myself, let's do that. This is it, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. When we meet next time, please bring your certificate. Thank you. We appreciate you. God bless you.